And as Minister Farrakhan teaches us, and as we just heard in the Holy Quran, by the time dictates the agenda. It is time for us to focus on number 4. Whether we want to face it or not, the difficulty. Number 4, the Muslim program, what the Muslims want. I will read this to you. We want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land, and that the area must be fertile and minerally rich. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality, after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for our complete separation in a state or territory of our own. Now, the Honorable, all praise is due to Allah. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad warned us to do for self or suffer the consequences. We are now suffering the consequences. He called separation the best and only solution. We have tried to manufacture other solutions that would allow us to continue to live with white people. See, these are solutions that are not natural, beloved. These are solutions that we're coming up with today that are not in accord with the will of the Creator. The solutions we're putting in front of our people now, if we are following anything but the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, can only be the product of cowardice and a desire for assimilation and a rejection of a program that will assure our people freedom, justice, and equality. So here we are again, as Brother Ishmael pointed out last week, in the wake of the bloody, hostile murder of Trayvon Martin, which was one of the many that go on every day in America. Here we are immersed in discussing the nuances of the legal issues that are coming out of that murder. So we're debating with white people over laws that they wrote, laws that they interpret, and laws, as Minister Farrakhan said, they make mischief by means of the law.
Critics contend that there was no arrest because the man with the shotgun is the son of a former police officer from the same department initially investigating the case. In fact, because of the father's law enforcement connections, 2 district attorneys recused themselves. Before he quit, the second DA in a letter said Travis McMichael was acting in self-defense when he killed Arbery, and that the pursuit by 2 armed white men of an unarmed young black man was perfectly legal under Georgia's citizens arrest law.
You already been told once, Nick.
It's impossible not to think of what once happened here, the territory scarred by the battles of the Civil Rights era.
A Klan bomb ripped apart Birmingham's 16th Street Baptist Church, killing 4 children attending Bible class.
Who are they?
I could be your neighbor. You don't know who I am. You could think the world of me, but yet, if you see me in this hood and knew who I were, your whole thoughts could change.
For God! For God! For country! For country!
A group of men and women gather.
For race!
For race!
For clan!
For clan!
As the light fades, they enact a ritual over a century old, but as fresh and searing as the flame they ignite.